Hello, this is Danny Filth from Devilment, and I just want to talk to you about my favourite songs on the Great and Secret show, which is Devilment's debut album, out November the 3rd on Nuclear Blast Entertainment. Okay, so I narrowed it down. Well, I actually love the entire album. I see every song as one of my children, so it's very hard to differentiate and prefer one of them as with real children. First off, I would say the very first song on the album, Summer Arteries, has to be one of my three favourites. Well, yeah, three favourites. Let's say three, okay. And I love this track. I just think it's got a great chorus. It's melodic and heavy. It's got a great middle section. And I love the subject matter, which is about resurrections of persecuted witches, which is something that I hold dear to my heart because obviously Suffolk, the county in which I live, is known as a witch county, and so we have places like Lavenham where the Witchfinder General Matthew Hopkins burnt several witches, and he sort of held sway between a lot of well, East Anglia in general, but mostly Suffolk. And I actually used to live in a house that he often frequented. I'm not that old, obviously, but back in the day. Anywho, Summer Arteries, I would say, was my first choice.
My sneaky favourites are probably Secret Show, because there's a kind of cool piano bit in the middle, which I'm pretty proud of writing. It's a bit random, and I love the way that it builds up. There's a lot of atmosphere. And I also love Sanity, because I think it's very epic and kind of cinematic sounding, and there's some quite good hooks in there as well.
The songs I really like on the album are probably Live with the Fungus, just because of the middle section. It's got a real sort of progressive thing going on, obviously with the big choirs as well. That's really, really cool. The other song I really like is Laudanum Skull, because it was an absolute bitch to write, and I really like the middle section, all the tapping and the various things that we've got going on with that. And it's quite a dark and kind of heavy song, quite sort of sludge metal in places. Second choice would have to be The Stake in My Heart, and I love this track because it's probably the heaviest one on the album, certainly the fastest. It's got that kind of Motorhead punk sensibility about it, but it also features a massive city-raising, soul-destroying riff in the middle, which is fantastic. It goes down, 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 down. It's so heavy, it's unbelievable, and I love it. It's a great track. That's The Stake in My Heart. Lyrically, that kind of concerns itself with Wilhelmina, Harker, and her lover Vlad Dracul, and it's kind of his missive to her about his eternal love. But it can be read on different levels, so don't take everything I say to heart.
Hey, two favourite songs from the album. For myself, it would probably be number one, probably my favourite one is Summer Arteries, because it's live, it's straight to the point. There's some cool guitar work in, there's some cool keys, and probably The Great and Secret show, just because it's obviously it's classic in sound, but it's contemporary in feel. Those two are probably my favourite ones of the album.
My two favourite songs on our album would be Girl from Mystery Island and Stake. Stake in My Heart, isn't it? I just know it's Stake, to be honest. Girl from Mystery Island was one of the first songs that I heard, and so was Stake back when I first auditioned for the band. It's nice to see the progression in Stake, because it's vastly different from how it was in the demos. I think it's changed really effectively.
My third and final favourite song, which is Sanity, hits a perfect zero. And the reason I love this song is just because it's just got a really huge chorus, one that I hold dear to my heart because it mentions the line, when the moon is full and the alcohol grips my veins, which I think everybody can sympathise with. Also, it's just got a very, very sort of great hooky verse riff to it. very reminiscent, I guess, I suppose, of Metallica slash, not Slash, but Slash, maybe a little bit of Michael Jackson. And I kid you not, but it's a great song, very evocative, and again one of those songs that I could tie in with my talk about horror DVDs and stuff, because it's a little serial killerish. I would say this would go very much hand in hand with Even Your Blood Group Rejects Me, because it's about a kind of diminished relationship that's gone a bit sour to the point of murder.
My two favourite songs are probably Staring at the Werewolf Gore, mainly because I've always loved this track. I just find it's got a real edge to it. It's real it's dark sounding, and when it comes in from the quite an epic intro, it's nice and chuggy. So yeah, I do like that one. And probably The Greatest Secret Show. It's got elements of everything. It's just, you know, you've got your middle section, which is totally different to the rest of the song, but you've also got, you know, a mix of classic metal. You've got your newer sort of, I don't know, just a good one.
Thank you and good bastard.